It's kind of interesting how so many people place so much focus on a list of commitments that may only last them a month. And now I'm recording this video in the lead up to New Year's, and so it got me thinking about that oh so common habit or tradition of making New Year's resolutions. Yet the thing is, for something that's called a resolution, they're lucky if the commitment lasts to March. What is the kind of saying is like the gym may be packed in January, but February and March it's a ghost town. So the thing is, can we really call something that we give up on in just a few months a resolution? And what really is a resolution? I mean, it's like a commitment that you're determined to fulfill. And the thing is that while resolutions can be a short-term thing, that doesn't always mean that there's something that you can be determined to and then ditch it in a sense. So the thing is, again, what really is a resolution in a sense? And do we actually have that ability to do it? Because the thing is, we admire the characters and stories that are determined to see their goals through. So is it because that seems like an unattainable superpower for us and we actually don't have the ability to be determined enough to reach our goals? Let me think of some things because again, the thing is like we have the sayings we will always repeat, like you fall 7 times, you did up 8. That's one of my favorites because then, as long as you keep giving up, you can keep pressing forward, keep persevering to the end till eventually you succeed. And another one is if you can't run, walk. If you can't run, trawl. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, trawl. And I'm kind of been drawn to this image, or at least the scenario of the hero kind of crawling towards their opponent to keep on fighting because they are not giving up no matter what happens to them. And the thing is that determination is admirable to us, and we really do admire it, even if it seems like it comes off as pure stubbornness at times. We admire someone who sticks to their convictions. Yet the thing is that we do have examples of people having that solid resolution in real life. And kind of the primary example for me that I think of is actually the founding fathers of America, where they were up against a global empire in a sense. And the thing is, as Benjamin Franklin said, they must either all hang together or they would all hang separately. They were basically already causing a stir no matter what, and the British Empire was encroaching on their liberties. So they would probably end up on the wrong side of the British military at some point or another. So the thing is, they could either make a stand now together and possibly actually do something about it, or eventually the British Empire would overwhelm them and any hope for liberty for the colonies would be lost. And so the thing is, that is resolution. They made a commitment and they fulfilled it with the Declaration of Independence. But the thing is, for most people, when they make resolutions, it's not really like that. They don't actually value it in the same. And I think the reason is that we often choose things to be our resolutions that sound good to us. They sound exciting, or they sound like a good change to make in our lives. But they aren't actually what we value. Again, they might be things that we feel like we should care about. And that word should is kind of a misnomer because it's just someone's opinion on what we're supposed to be doing rather than what we actually do, and maybe even what we actually value. At least that's how it often feels that we use it. We use it as the things we should do, not necessarily what the things that we are supposed to do or the things that we do do. And I guess the kind of low-hanging fruit for kind of the resolution example is basically how oftentimes it's like something I want to look good in a swimsuit for summer. But then the moment the donuts for breakfast into the picture, it's very easy to forget about that goal. Because then the donut provides momentary pleasure right now, rather than the looking good in a swimsuit, which would provide pleasure, at least somewhat, a few months down the line. So it's like, what do you choose? And it's not like one donut who's doing it for off lifting during a swimsuit, but it's kind of like once you start going down, you may not actually be able to dip back up into the routine again. So I think the thing is, while for some people, actually looking good in a swimsuit might actually be all the motivation that they need to be resolute in their determination to achieve it, for others, they may actually have to relate that goal to something they actually do value. Now, for some, it may actually be the confidence. Like they may want to have respect for themselves, so they're treating their body right so that they're able to stand up for themselves, or they actually carry themselves differently, so it affects their relationships and how people treat them and how they interact with people differently. Or maybe it's for their health, their fitness, their energy. They want to be there for their family a long time, or they want to actually have the ability to do things for fun without getting winded or tired after doing them. And so those are things that we can kind of relate a goal to that may actually have more value to us than actually the rather common looking good in a swimsuit. So that is kind of my take on it. So why not share your thoughts on this topic in the comments below? And if you enjoyed this video, you can like and share it so that others may enjoy it as well. And you can also subscribe to this channel so you can see more videos like it. Anyway, I'm Jonah, and you've been watching Lions Mane Media, where we celebrate stories and the lessons learned from them. Talk to you later, and have a happy new year.